Alright, I'm back. We got the Lucky Envelope Peanut Butter Cream Stout coming in at 6% ABV. I featured this one on the channel before. It's good. Nice little mellow peanut butter over like a nice chocolate creamy stout. Very, very drinkable, delicious. No glassware today. This one is just going to be right out of the can. So cheers. Oh, that's nice. So it's not a big, thick stout. Kind of lower on the viscosity. But it does have a lot of flavor. Very smooth, very creamy. Like I said, mellow peanut butter. And I think the peanut butter is done well in this one. Sometimes peanut butter and beer can get a little bit like synthetic. Doesn't taste right. Tastes pretty good in this one. And then there's also kind of just like a nice mellow like milk chocolate or perhaps like baker's chocolate, like cocoa powder type deal. Very nice. Kind of low on the bitterness. It comes from like a roasty flavor in the background. Very good. All right. We're going to be using 345 Soap Company. This one is all red. They got the Christmas tree loaded up in the back of the truck. And we have scent notes of raspberry, fir needle, nutmeg, and vanilla. Let's go ahead and crack it so you can take a look. You can see where I scooped some down there in the bottom. It is a firm soap, but not so firm that you can't press into it. A very dark brown color there. Definitely coming from the addition of vanilla to this one. Let's get a look at the side label. Got the website, the ingredients. This is a tallow soap base. Very nice waterproof soap label. 5.8 ounces, $15. Let's go ahead and wet the base. I've been just doing chores around the house all day, so I didn't leave the house, so I had the glasses on all day. So we are getting the rare shave with glasses on. Alright. We got already lathered up. And that is one hell of a lather. Look at that. Very nice and shiny, dense, luxurious. And our Lancaster Razorworks shave bowl right there. We're going to be using the Grizzly Bay, black and red. He called this one the Deadpool brush. It's got the nice flutes on the bottom, a nice little chubby handle. This actually has a Strike Gold Shave Hair Force 1 Badger knot on top, which I think is a nice, affordable Badger option that I can easily recommend. The Hair Force 1 is a very enjoyable Badger knot that's not going to break the bank. Alright, let's get this lather on the face. And it is very, very dense and luxurious indeed. 345 soap base is called the Trinity base, if I'm not mistaken. And that's because it features 3 different milks, hence the name Trinity. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head. I think it's donkey milk. You know what? Why guess? We got donkey milk, camel milk, and goat's milk. So definitely some really good ingredients in here. And at a good price. $15 for 6 ounces? What the fuck? Makes you think, what's wrong with this? Where's the catch? But there is no catch. It's just good soap, good price, good people. I'm not really too familiar with the artisan, but I hear he's a good guy. He definitely offers some good products, some great deals. I like his his approach to his business. He has like a subscription model that you can kind of like tune in or tune out, and there's different tiers and everything. Really cool stuff. I'm not subscribed to it, but I like that he offers it. So we're using our custom black and red Schick Injector today. This was done by North Shore Customs out of Hawaii. Killer job. Just a killer job. The handle is reminiscent of vintage Schicks. A little bit more chunkier. Has a little bit more weight. But, excuse me. Had like a burp or something. So, anyways. But the coating has held up very nicely over time. And, it shaves just as well as my other vintage Schicks. So I don't know the process it takes to get this thing all customized and colored, but I do know when he's done with them, it is a functional piece of art. That is for damn sure. And I've seen some of the other ones that he's put out, like Yoast to Coast on IG. Kind of has like the blue brother to my red custom Schick. So he has a blue one. And that thing is just stunning as well. Definitely a way to jazz up your old shave gear. He does it not only with Schicks, but also with double-edged safety razors as well. I think he restores and customizes. So definitely give North Shore Razors a look. Good guy. You always got to appreciate brands that keep vintage shave gear restored and looking good and functional. Definitely, it's always a pleasure using these old Schicks. Very nice. All right, so the scent on this one, pretty simplistic 4-note scent here. To me, I think the raspberry and vanilla take up the bulk of this fragrance. It does kind of have a nice, warm, fruity, sweet feel to it. Perfect for the holidays, really, or a little bit cooler weather. So the raspberry comes through, layered on top of that vanilla. Smells fantastic. I think the nutmeg just adds just a touch of spice to it, giving it a little bit of complexity. And then the fir needle, I feel like the fir needle isn't prominent, but it's just enough there to kind of temper the sweetness from being, too much. I really enjoy this one. I think they did a good job on it. All right, let's lather up for pass 2. And oh my God, this is what happens when I get to talking. I had my bougie chill mill right there. I had it in the thumbnail and everything. And I forgot to use it on pass 1. So we're going to call an audible. This is just a menthol grinder. So we got menthol crystals loaded up into this pump action grinder. And we're going to get a little bit of menthol on pass 2. I can't believe that I missed that. But it is what it is. Shit happens. So we got the bougie chill mill coming in for pass 2. Let's go ahead and incorporate that into our lather. This is kind of like so many other of my videos where once the ball gets rolling, sometimes sometimes I forget things. So anyhow, we're just going to incorporate that real quick. Since I crush the menthol real fine before I load it into the grinder, it usually incorporates into the lather really fast. As soon as it hits that moisture, it just soaks right in. So, get a little bit of menthol here in pass 2. I notice I'm kind of shiny here. It's warm in this bathroom. Hopefully the menthol helps me cool off. Very nice lather though, holding up really well, even with the addition of real menthol. And I haven't used a whole hell of a lot of 345, but I'll tell you what, this soap base, very enjoyable. It's one that I never forget. The first time I gave it a test lather, it was just so thick, so creamy, so dense, so shiny, and I just left it in the bowl, and I left it there overnight. Probably, like 8-9 hours, whatever. Man, that lather still had a little bit of structure to it. Still had a little bit of density to it. I mean, it dissipated a little bit over the course of the night, but that was pretty impressive. And the cool thing about it was I added a little bit of water back to it and started whipping it up. Man, it came right back to life. I was really impressed. Now, I haven't really done that experiment with any other artisans. It was kind of like an isolated incident. But I was like, that's pretty fucking cool, man. I mean, if that doesn't show you how good a quality the stuff is, I don't really know what will. All right, let's get the neck. I need to go injector shopping again. It's been a while since I've went injector shopping. You could always hit up eBay or Etsy. Just type in Schick Injector into the search bar. And, Schick Injectors were mass produced. So there's going to be tons of options. And the cool thing about them is that they're usually pretty damn cheap. I mean, I've been on the soapbox preaching about the fucking awesomeness that is the Schick Injector for years now. But the price is still pretty low for most vintage options. And what I always tell people when you're searching for vintage razors, kind of ignore like soap scum, soap grime, whatever, soap buildup, because that can be washed off. Look for things, like the head doesn't line up properly, or there's deep scratches or burrs, or the blade stops are kind of wore down on the head of the razor. Look for things that are, gonna negatively impact the shave, or just like surface level defects that are probably too much for you to want to deal with. And we all have kind of like our own level of tolerance for scratches and shit like that, paint chips or pitting or whatever might occur. But there's certain things that you can clean up, you can clean off of it. So it might be gross and whatnot, but you can definitely clean up some of these vintage razors, and they're gonna look, you know, as close to new as you can get them with just a little bit of elbow grease, you know, some soap, warm water. Get them nice and clean and disinfected, and then you have yourself an amazing razor for probably $25-$30 shipped. Really affordable. Schick blades tend to last longer than DE blades as well. You probably get like a week's worth of shaves out of one blade, if not more. I mean, it kind of depends on your hair growth, but you could definitely get more shaves out of a Schick blade than you can from a DE blade. So kind of makes up for that increased cost that Schick blades have. Kind of evens out. And not to mention the injector facet, how you actually load the blades. I think that's so cool. It's definitely a selling point for me. Alright, I do not have the matching aftershave splash. So we're going to go to Oleo Soapworks, or now it's Chicago Grooming Company. So we're going to use a combination of Good Oleo Pure Oil Blend. This is just all skin food. And then we're going to use New City, which has raspberry and leather. This is a Tom Ford Tuscan leather dupe. So we're going to use a combination of this aftershave splash and then this skin food. Let's give it a good shake. We'll take the cap off of both of them. We got a nice industry standard quality restrictor right there. Take the cap off of this one, which I broke, but it is what it is. And then I'll put a few drops of this. It doesn't take much. There we go. And then I'll give it a splash of this. We'll kind of mix that in on the hands here. And get that rubbed in. This is an alcohol splash, but I do think the addition of the Good Oleo kind of tempers a little bit of that sting. And so I'm really only getting a low-level tingle from this aftershave. But I'm smelling great. That Tuscan leather is good shit. Now that's a good fragrance right there. Kind of takes the old red up a notch to a more cologne-y level. So very nice. Definitely has that raspberry complimentary note there. Very nice. That is good stuff. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely did enjoy the shave. It's always good using a nice quality lather with a great scent, and having that vintage Schick Injector. My favorite razors of all time are Schick Injectors. It is what it is. You guys already know that. So this concludes my weekend shave here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.